Morgan. I'm going to talk about monetizing the new Periscope for if you have a health coaching business, if you have a coaching business, or if you have some type of speaking business and you want to grow your followers. So I'm going to give you some great tips. Hopefully everyone knows how to sign up on Periscope. Let me just show you. So obviously I have a phone here. Yay. I like to stand a lot when I'm doing things, so don't pay me any attention. I'm not a big sitter. And so Periscope, there is the app. I hope you can see it. It's going to look like reverse here a little bit, but if you can see, there's the app. So I'm going to click it. So download the app. Obviously, it already took me back into my screen. But key things, you want to try to find people to find on Periscope. So that means find someone in your niche. So if your niche is health coaching, you want to try to find people that are in the health coaching field, if they're online, if they're doing something that is in your type of niche. So if it's marketing, you want to look for a marketer. If it is online business, you want to look for an online business person. So remember to find your niche and find that person you're following. What I also did was find out who has the most follows. So look for certain people that you find that are in the feed a little bit longer. And what that does is it helps this person actually see what they're doing. Because there's one person, his name's Josh, and he's from New Jersey, he has about 45,000 followers, and he has about 45 million hearts, and the hearts are just the little likes. They're almost like Facebook likes, and what they do is when you're talking or you're just hanging out, people will give you love, which is really cool, right? So I think that this platform is going to be a great growing process for people that own their own business, like entrepreneurs, anyone wants to get out there, or just people that just want to be like the new reality show star. Okay, so we're going to go back really fast and just go over some things that are on here. See, we can actually play people's videos right now. But let's just go. So the TV, if you hit the little TV in the box, what that does is it shows you who's on Periscope right now. And what that does is you can say, oh, maybe I want to check in with this guy. So I'll hit his little cast. And then
it's just a sealer glue.
You will see her doing her tutorial. Isn't that pretty cool? So she's making something. So we're going to send her some love. Not sure exactly what she's doing. And then you just slide down to get out of it, which I love. Like, you can just pop in and out of everybody's video. So if you're a health coach or you are a coach and you do a lot of coaching with people and you're doing a lot of Skyping, this is a great tool that you can use. Let's go back. So if I want to start a broadcast, I'm going to hit the little circle and it has a broadcast. Let's go back to that just in case you didn't see that. So there's 4 icons on the bottom. One is a TV. The other one is the world, the shape of the world, and what that does is actually just zoom into anybody that's all over the world. The next one is like a little camera. Okay, that would be where you want to scope. The first one here is how you find people. So remember I said if you want to search people for your niche, or maybe you want to find clients, you would go and hit this little almost, what is that called, magnifying glass. And then what that does is it lets you connect into a search box, and then from that search box you can find out exactly who you want to engage into. So I feel like I'm like super on top of this thing. That's okay. And then you just type in a hashtag, or somebody maybe you follow on Twitter, but some of the people on Twitter aren't actually on Periscope, even though Twitter owns Periscope. So you want to search like maybe someone famous you like, or just a certain word health coaching or coaching and see who comes up, who has that in their feed. So we're going to cancel out of there. Okay, so if you want to start scoping, doing your first scope, you hit the little camera, and then we have a tweet. So that little tweet lets you let your broadcast go right out to Twitter. And then we have a second one, only users you follow. So say if people that are following you, you can only connect to them. That means you won't get those random spurts of people saying, oh, like crazy stuff. A lot of people will go in while you're doing your video and just type some crazy stuff in there. But that's life, right? So then you have a lock. So it's a private broadcast. So this is the great part right here. The private broadcast is what you want to use if you are a coach and you want to do a private one-on-one with somebody. So they can just type in the information instead of switching back and forth on Skype. They can see you and you can answer their questions. I really kind of like that concept. So if you want to do a group coaching session, you would do that underneath your private. You say, hey, start following me on Periscope. We can do our private coaching there. And it's a really awesome type of way, a different way to do your coaching. They would just type in, everyone would say their comments would all feed in, and they can grow as a person. They can answer questions. You can answer questions. It's pretty cool. So those are all the fields. This is a location sharing, means it just lets you know, the little arrow, where the location and where you're going. So this is just going to be a quick one-on-one Periscope little tutorial, okay? And this is for health coaches and for other people that are in the field that haven't really tapped into technology, but I feel like technology is going to be your friend, and you have to learn how to grow with it, because you don't want to get lost in the world where everyone eventually is like, you know, in the future, everything's going to be computerized, and you don't want to be stuck, right? You want to be able to monetize your business and also make an automated life for yourself. So you say you would do some coaching and you feel like you have to do it from your laptop at home, you can do this while you're sitting outside and enjoying your day. So very, very important. Okay, so if you wanted to start a broadcast, you would just hit this big bar here, start broadcast. But first, before you do that, you want to hit your title up on top. You want to type in your title, what the name of your Periscope is going to be, and any hashtags so people can follow you. And the hashtags really say, hey, hashtag start your online business, hashtag health coaching, hashtag freedom, time management, which is unlikely because you can't manage time. You can manage yourself. So remember those two couple little things that we just went over. And then you just cancel out of there when you're done. And these will be people that you follow. So if you want to know what you're listed as right here, you just click this little circle. And what this does is it brings up your name. It brings up all your information. You want to make sure if you sign up with Twitter, it's just going to take your actual what you put underneath your Twitter account right there, but you can edit this and you can type in exactly what you do. So it's only 160 characters. So that's a constrict, which means that you try to get as much information into this little space about who you are and who you want to be known for. You put your name there, and underneath will be your hearts. How many people are actually sending you love? So I'm just starting on this too. So I wanted to show a lot of people exactly how this works, because I feel like we haven't really tapped into this new platform, and it's so new. It's completely awesome, right? And it's going to be amazing for the future of your business. So those are some key things that I feel like you should really do to get in there and figure out how Periscope can work for you. So if you want to monitor Periscope, you can set up a day every week and a time frame, and you can make this like your online show, just like you kind of do on YouTube. But the great thing about this is you're going to be getting feeds coming right into your phone. So you really have to be able to say hi to everyone, greet everybody, you know, give them time to get into your chat box. And then what you want to do is feed out information. So if someone asks you a question, you say, hey, Sarah, thank you so much for that question. Let's rephrase that. So Sarah asked, how can a health coach help me in my daily routine? And then I would say, well, Sarah, a health coach, what they do is they bring awareness into your eating habits, because a lot of people just feel like they will go and eat something without even knowing what's going on, right? So what we do is wait till we're super, super hungry, and then we decide we want food. So whatever shows up, we eat it. Or we just go to a restaurant and we're so hungry, we just want the quickest, fastest thing, so we just order something without thinking. And I always tell people, you want to plan your eating habits just like you do your business. So make yourself your business plan. Your new business is your health. Okay, and you master that, you'll master anything. And so how that works is, you want to get like a mission statement, write it for your health, where you want to be in 5 years. And then you want to have power sentences that you will read daily, at night and in the morning, to reinforce this mindset. And you want to plan out your week of meals. So say if you do work in a corporate America and you have to eat out, or you don't want to take your lunch, you have a certain area or that you will eat, right? Or certain restaurants that are in your area, so you can get in and out. So what you would do is kind of look at the menus at each place and kind of decide, hey, I'm going to eat this for like a week. I'm going to go to the same place and I'm going to try like 2 salads and just try those. So you would plan out what you want to do in that little bit of time frame for your week if you're eating out at lunch. If you're eating at home, you just plan out your meal, have an idea of what you want to buy at the store on Sunday, figure out, well, this meal's going to work, this meal's going to work, and that meal's going to work. And some meals, like if you buy a whole chicken and you can shred the meat and make tacos, so there's so many different things that you can do with that. So remember that you want to plan out your food habits. You don't want to get to the point where you're super, super hungry, and sometimes that's really dehydration. So maybe you drink a glass of water first before you make a decision on what you want to eat. So that's how you would use Periscope, and you're going to get a lot of questions coming in. So what you want to do is continually keep feeding those answers in, or say, hey, repeat yourself, I'm really answering this question right now, I would love to get back to you with an answer, just let me finish. So you have to be like on the screen and kind of promoting yourself and your business, or really giving value to the people that have listening or taking their time to listen to your Periscope. So if you want, we're going to be, like I said, we're all starting. This is a very new platform. I think it's like 3 months old or 4 months old. So key is to get on now. I have a Facebook group. It's called Sexyscopes. So that's Sexyscopes Facebook group. You just go in there, and what that's going to do is we're going to help people try to build their business on Periscope. We're also going to be helping people, if you want to, after you do the video and then you download it, we'll watch it and we'll give you some feedback on it so you can see what you want to do next time to monetize your business. So it's going to be a lot of interaction. The group just started, so get in there, right? And let's grow together as a team. So there's so many more things about Periscope. I just wanted to touch base on some of the things that we are going to be doing. And just to let you be aware of this new platform. So I'm going to go back into Periscope really fast. There's one more thing I wanted to tell you. Okay, so just hold on here. We're going back into Periscope. You just hit your little app. It's free. There's your Periscope. And if I'm following somebody, it will just say right in here, oh my God, I'm back, right? So it's just like you put your title in and people start following you. But when you go to this world thing, which is so super cool, you see the map there, you see all the little tiny circles. What that is some awesome, awesome stuff. Like I can go to North Carolina, I can go to Florida, I can go to South America, I can go to Europe, I can go to Asia, and I can hit that number and I can see what someone's doing. So let's tap in and just give a little bit of a feedback. It's going to take a second. Cool. Isn't that cool? So you can like learn different languages. I think this is like amazing. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go back to the TV screen. And here's Josh. So I'm going to go into Josh's feed and I'm going to ask him a question.
My girl, you know, like,
so
those two things are pretty badass.
let's type something in and say,
I'm addicted to your scopes. Thank you. If you're
so we just say hi.
Hi. Hi. How are you? Worst injury you ever had? I broke my wrist. That was the worst injury I ever had. I broke my left wrist when I was
And he's
in third
just
grade.
talking.
It was sucky. It hurt like a mother. I'm new. If you're new, click on the number underneath the hearts. Click my name. Click follow.
I'm already following him,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
can I?
We were in the same class together. That's how we met.
So I'm going to interview him on a webinar because he lives in New Jersey. So I would love to connect with him. So I'm going to hit send. I see all the hearts coming up.
Can I interview you on a webinar? On a webinar, what do you do?
See it paused, but there's all the hearts. You can see the hearts.
I'm sorry. What webinar? You can do that. What is the program that you do? Oh, I edit my videos on Final Cut Pro X. Webinar. Who's your celebrity crush? Probably.
So I just send him some information, but I'm going to tap back in later. So I just wanted to show you how that works. He gets a ton of love. Look at all those hearts. Do you see that?
Do it.
That is awesome. So he has a lot of followers and he's on here all the time. But if you want to build something, build a brand, build a connection, and keep building following, that's the way you do it. So look forward to this because I'm going to do a webinar with Josh so we can get like figure out what's his key things and how he gets people to follow him. I think this is pretty cool. So, all right, you can follow me on KLM_Morgan. So that's hashtag KLM_Morgan on Twitter. It's join up for my Sexyscopes. That is my Facebook group. And we are going to build a brand online, which is going to be so much fun because we want to do this together. And I think the coolest thing is doing it together. So I used to do MMA and now I do yoga and health coaching and I do a lot of other things, but I want to build my brand online. So it's kind of key that you can learn all this stuff you can learn as much as you want, and I want to help you learn. So in case you didn't hear those things, I forgot I had Josh playing in the background. And this is things, these are tips that I showed you. Find somebody that's really rocking it right now in Periscope, and then you connect with them and you see what they're doing. And then you bring your own personality into your Periscopes, but you have to just start, right? That's the key, is to take action. So Sexyscopes is the Facebook group. My Twitter account is hashtag KLM_Morgan. You can follow me there. And I'm going to be growing. And, you know, this is hard for me, but I just felt like I need to do this. So I want to be a person that inspires people to take the steps and grow their life and, you know, bring inspiration into people in all directions. So I'm going to be doing a lot more Hangouts. I'm going to be doing a lot more webinars. And I'm going to be tapping into stretching online because we sit a lot. So how to maximize your space when you're working 9 to 5 and you have to sit, right, to get your work done. So there are some key things that we can do there. But this is great. So I'm so happy that you took this time to watch this video. I like to make it short and sweet so that you're not getting like antsy, right? Because the shorter the better, and then you could really like go in and target your brain to figure out how can I maximize this space for myself, for my business, and monetize it. And that's what it's all about, right? Okay, awesome. I shall see you soon. Talk to you guys later. We are going to shut off now and we'll come back with some other tips for our Sexyscope in 101.